Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Two Old Ladies That Bet and Stuff, where we make sports betting fun and easy. Our goal is to give you a proven sports betting strategy with little investment. And that's what we're doing here. We're going over what I consider to be one of my greatest investments, $1 per post on patreon.com, EPA Sports. It has by far outweighed my personal winnings via my model once I added this EPA modeling to mine. I was always kind of missing the pace of play. That's where I was able to maximize my profits. And now we're ready to share it with the rest of the world here so far. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Here he is, Dave Bartoo. How are you, Dave?
What's up? I'm finally done with golf, that charity golf event yesterday. Sorry about yesterday's episode. I could not hear anything you were saying at all. So, which is probably a good thing because the game we previewed, the EPA sucked on that one. Holy crap! We didn't expect Phoenix to even be worth a turd, and they absolutely dropped a bomb yesterday. Everything else was pretty solid. That the Minnesota Seattle, we went 5-0 on that.
Right.
And for the day yesterday, we did scratch out a plus side, 8 and 7. I know there were a lot of subscribers that got in.
We just lost your audio a little bit, Dave.
And they didn't bet the team has.
We lost your audio.
You know that their application.
We can't hear you.
Didn't allow them.
We lost your audio. There you go.
Oh, yeah. There was a phone call coming in. I didn't think the audio would stop.
That's what it was.
I didn't think the audio would stop. Yeah. Right? I was like, "What do you mean? We'll just keep moving this thing along." All right. But no. Yesterday, the Minnesota Seattle was a perfect 5-0, and like I was saying, we got a lot of subscribers yesterday that because there was a lot of applications out there that got the team totals in really late, and we're talking inside of 30 minutes before tip. A lot of folks didn't even bet the team totals, and if you just went sides, game totals, and first half totals, you were 6-3 yesterday. So yeah. I got a ton of texts and direct messages on Twitter. It's like, hey, that was a nice 6-3 day, and I'm like, I went 8-7. Damn.
How did that happen? You said those lines were going to be close, right?
Right. So, and for those out there listening, the EPA Hot Sheet was designed for your due diligence, right? I mean, it's there to augment a sports bettor, amateur, professional. It's there to give another layer of information to try to get the pencil a little sharper, win more, lose less. But at the same time, we here at EPA Sports, we bet them all.
Yeah.
You know, we follow the numbers, and you know, as of right now, I'm kind of getting a little bit of a tick because I just got notice that the team totals were just posted, and I want to bet them right now. So let's get this shit over with so I can make my bets. No.
Right.
So we got 2 games today. We got Washington and Atlanta. We got the Sparks in Chicago. And so let's go with Washington and Atlanta. I think that's the first one that's going to be on tap today. Yep. And I kind of like it because we have Washington kicking the shit out of Atlanta on a 2-point spread.
Right.
Dude,
look at the numbers. You got your I'm looking at the numbers,
you see
right?
That 3-point projection. Yeah, right. I mean,
it's a bunch.
The EPA Hot Sheet has Washington winning from behind the 3-point line, 30-18. 30-18. Atlanta's going to get 18 points on the expectation from 3. That is dog shit shooting.
Right.
Atlanta is just cold as hell right now. Cold as hell. And then even inside the 3-point line, we got Washington. The EPA has them dominating inside the 3, 52-38.
Yeah, from 2,
this is a 2-point spread on the board.
Yeah.
And we're at 96-78. This should be an ass kicking if the EPA is right. So, first and foremost, Washington -2. Yeah. That is not just the lean. Yeah, that is the biggest variance on the board today.
17-point variance. It's pretty big.
Right? Yeah, we're at 17.013. So I am really comfortable recommending betting Washington too. And I say that as I'm looking up the hot sheet saying, wow, I was pretty comfortable betting Indiana -3.5 last night, and they got freaking run out of the gym. So
Right.
WNBA is a lot like the NBA sometimes. Actually, WNBA is like the
But
NBA
that
playoff.
variance, you only had it like 3 points. So,
Yeah,
this one.
it was we were at 9. Indiana was favored by 8.9 in the EPA. The spread was 3.5. It wasn't as big as this one.
Right.
Wasn't as big as this one for sure. The team total, the opening line that we bet, I know I remember we bet it last night, 164.5. The EPA is
That game total. There we go.
174.7. That's just over 10 points. So we lean over in that game. So you know how the rest of this is going to go, folks, right? I mean, if we're 10 points over on the game, you know the team totals, the first half totals are probably going to be over. First half, and that thing has been hot as shit for us.
Right.
Holy crap! I can't believe we discovered that in the numbers. I mean, 3 weeks ago we weren't even considered betting it, and then
Well,
we
you just
started.
kind of started noticing the disparity with how the teams have kind of tailed off, giving you a
Oh
little bit of
yeah, well
sweat from the fourth,
we
right?
tracked two things. We tracked first half totals, and then we tracked second half totals because it's almost 90% second half is going to score less than the first half. These ladies, I don't know if it runs out of gas or what it is, but second half just doesn't score almost ever like the first half. Um, but the lines aren't very favorable for the second half. We haven't been able to find an edge. But the first half, we're approaching 67%. We're approaching 2-1 on every 3 bets on the first half for the season, and it has been absolutely magic for us. If you told me, hey Dave, drop the sides and just go with first half total, no problem.
Right.
No problem. Our winning percentage would probably go way up if we did that. But I want to play out the season before we start making changes in the data. So we're over 82.5. Our projection is at 87.4. The line right now is at 82.5. And as you and I both know, Mindy, if you don't get that opening line, chances are if it moves, you're losing points because these
Right.
lines move at the EPA all the damn time, except the aces.
Right.
Everybody loves betting the aces, betting the over, betting total points against the aces, and that's cool. That's a couple of nice little bets, but everything else really seems to be moving at the model. So we're over 82.5 on the half. Washington projected point total 95.9.
So a lot of room there.
Game total 83.5. There's your huge variance as well. So we are over on Washington at Atlanta. Atlanta projection is 78.8. And if you look at their shooting from 3 and 2,
It's bad.
don't turn it on, folks. Watch the scoreboard on this one. Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on. Let's you're gonna watch something, wait for LA, Chicago. But
Right.
Atlanta has just been struggling. They're playing fugly basketball. And it's so bad that everything is over but their team total. It is at
Right.
81.5. We project 78.8. So we got a tight line. There's not a lot of room there. There's not a lot of room there. It's not going to come down below 78.5. So we're not going to get it over on this. So it's sitting there right now. We haven't bet it yet. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm betting
Right.
under
You're heading
81.5, over 83.5 on the game. So that's our breakdown in the EPA Sports Hot Sheet for today's game, Washington at Atlanta.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I thought it was really fun last night, even though I had preferred if maybe the WNBA didn't put all of those games on at the same time, perhaps, especially when there was no Major League Baseball. I mean, that's not helping viewership at all, especially when one's on
No.
Prime and everywhere else. So today, at least they spread them out a little bit better, so I can watch both of these games tonight. So yeah, if you want to get Dave's info on the next one, you have to go ahead and join him at patreon.com/EPA Sports. Again, these posts are only like $1 per post. And basically, a lot of times he puts out multiple days in advance. So you're really getting, the bigger bang for your buck there for sure.
Yeah, it's basically 50 cents a day to get all of our data on the WNBA. We think it's a great value, but we want to leave it open to everybody, and we
Right.
want to keep it at a price point also that doesn't require you to play it, because you know something, juice sucks.
Right.
And you know, when you start paying $100 a day, $30 a day, $10 a day, man, your winning percentage, unless you're
Has
playing
to go
big bucks, your winning percentage goes way up in order to break even.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks again, Dave. I'm sure we will see you soon. Have a good day. Enjoy it, since you have to recover from the golf outing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So yeah, make sure you join us again at Tool Ladies at Bet. You can find us at toolladiesatbet.com. You can also find us over here on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Reddit. But please go ahead and like and subscribe here so you don't ever miss out when we go live with Dave Bartoo. You can also catch me on the morning steam, pretty much live every day, but Tuesday with Ramon Scott as well, where we do go over the full card, all of baseball, all of WNBA. But I love Dave's product so much that I feel like I have to go live with him every day. I mean, he has something special there. Let me tell you, hitting like 60%, kind of unheard of, but he gets it done. All right, folks. Have a good day. Take care.